Welcome back to Episode 9 of the CySA Plus Prepcast. In today's episode, we're focusing on how to build your own cybersecurity lab environment, a critical resource for mastering the practical, hands-on skills required for the CySA Plus exam. While theory is important, nothing replaces direct experience, and a personalized lab allows you to explore, practice, and experiment safely. We'll walk through what a lab setup includes, how to get started with minimal cost, and which tools and techniques to prioritize for real exam readiness. To begin, let's define what a cybersecurity lab is. Simply put, it's a safe and isolated environment where you can practice using real security tools, simulate attacks and defenses, and explore cybersecurity concepts without risking your actual system. Most labs are virtual, meaning they're built using virtualization software that runs multiple operating systems and services on a single physical machine. This setup allows you to replicate enterprise environments, deploy vulnerable systems, and test security configurations, all from your personal computer. Creating a cybersecurity lab doesn't require expensive hardware or advanced equipment. Free tools like Oracle VirtualBox or VMware Workstation Player let you build and manage virtual machines with minimal technical overhead. These platforms support snapshots, which allow you to revert to clean states after testing scenarios, and they enable you to run multiple operating systems simultaneously. By combining these tools with downloadable virtual machine images, you can start practicing real-world cybersecurity tasks in just a few hours. Before building your lab, ensure your host system is up to the task. While modest specifications can support basic environments, a machine with at least 8 to 16 gigabytes of RAM, a multi-core processor, and generous storage space is highly recommended. Running several virtual machines at once requires adequate memory and processing power, especially when using resource-intensive tools like vulnerability scanners or full-scale log analysis platforms. Planning your system specifications ahead of time will result in a smoother, more effective learning experience. When selecting operating systems for your lab, start with those commonly used in cybersecurity testing. Kali Linux is a well-known Linux distribution designed for penetration testing and comes preloaded with dozens of essential tools. Commando VM, a Windows-based alternative, serves a similar purpose on a Microsoft platform. Both options offer a convenient way to begin practicing immediately, with tools for enumeration, scanning, exploitation, and forensics all ready to go. Using both Linux and Windows gives you experience with diverse environments. You should also include intentionally vulnerable virtual machines in your lab. These systems are designed for safe exploitation and allow you to practice scanning, attacking, and remediating real vulnerabilities. Examples include Metasploitable, OWASP, Juice Shop, and Damn Vulnerable Web Application. These images are easy to find and install and provide a realistic way to apply your skills in web application testing, network security, and endpoint protection. Working with vulnerable systems helps you better understand how attackers think and how defenders respond. Incorporating defensive scenarios into your lab is equally important. Create virtual environments running Windows Server or Linux server distributions, and simulate common enterprise services like Active Directory, web servers, or MySQL databases. Configure these services with typical enterprise settings and practice securing them. Learning how to harden a server, audit logs, or detect anomalies in a service's behavior gives you valuable insight into real-world security operations and aligns directly with CySA Plus objectives. Networking plays a vital role in any lab. Your virtual machines should be able to communicate with each other, but not with the outside world. To ensure safety, configure your virtual networks to be isolated from your home or work network. Use internal networking settings to create private subnets, simulate DMZs, and model segmented network structures. These setups mirror real enterprise environments and are perfect for testing firewall rules, intrusion detection systems, and network segmentation strategies. Most virtualization tools offer flexible network configuration options, including bridged, NAT, and host-only adapters. Using these tools, you can create complex lab topologies that include internal, external, and perimeter zones. This setup is ideal for practicing threat hunting, incident response, and secure network design. With a few additional configurations, you can model data flow across environments, deploy routers or proxies, and practice isolating suspicious traffic based on network behavior. Once your systems are set up, begin integrating core cybersecurity tools. Start with Wireshark for packet analysis and Nmap for network scanning. These tools help you understand the foundational layers of network security. Next, install vulnerability scanners like OpenVAS or Nessus to analyze systems and prioritize threats. Finally, add logging and monitoring platforms such as Splunk or the ELK stack. These tools form the backbone of many security operations centers and give you hands-on experience with SIEM concepts that are heavily featured on the CySA Plus exam. As you build and expand your lab, don't forget to document your configurations, steps, and observations. Keeping detailed notes and diagrams helps reinforce your learning and gives you a quick reference when troubleshooting or revisiting scenarios. Documentation also builds your technical writing skills, which are valuable both on the job and during the exam. Whether it's a text log, flowchart, or network diagram, written documentation helps make your learning process concrete and reviewable. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cybersoft.me. Also, there are more security courses on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. To take your lab environment to the next level, consider incorporating modern technologies such as Docker or Kubernetes. These platforms support containerization, which is increasingly used in real-world enterprise environments. Practicing with containers allows you to simulate microservices, test deployment security, and understand the unique security concerns of containerized applications. While not a core requirement for the CySA Plus exam, exposure to these technologies helps you prepare for more advanced cybersecurity rules and can provide context for modern threat landscape. Another important element is building a controlled environment for malware analysis and reverse engineering. You can safely set up sandboxed virtual machines that are entirely isolated from the rest of your network. Using tools like Cuckoo Sandbox or Joe Sandbox allows you to execute malware samples in a protected environment and observe their behavior. This gives you insight into how malware spreads, what files it touches, how it communicates, and what indicators of compromise it produces. Practicing malware analysis strengthens your incident response capabilities and deepens your analytical thinking. Simulating full incident response scenarios in your lab can also be a powerful learning tool. You can intentionally infect a test system with benign malware, simulate phishing attacks, or emulate command and control activity. Then walk through each phase of the incident response lifecycle: identification, containment, eradication, recovery, and lessons learned. This kind of practice brings your book knowledge to life and aligns directly with the exam's hands-on expectation. It also helps you develop speed and confidence under simulated pressure. Keep your lab current. Updating your systems and tools regularly ensures that the scenarios you create reflect the evolving cybersecurity landscape. Patching systems, adding new threat indicators, and rotating your lab exercises help you avoid repetition and keep your practice fresh. It also mimics the ongoing maintenance tasks that cybersecurity professionals are expected to perform in real environments. A stale lab loses relevance quickly, so consider a regular update cycle to maximize learning. Expanding into cloud platforms can also enhance your practice experience. Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform all offer free tier access that allows you to explore identity management, firewall configuration, logging, and other services in a virtualized cloud setting. These platforms are increasingly relevant to modern cybersecurity roles and are frequently referenced in CySA Plus topics. Even basic cloud configuration practice will give you a competitive edge and help translate your on-premise lab skills to cloud environments. Organizing your lab exercises into structured walkthroughs can help keep your learning on track. Set specific objectives, like conducting a full vulnerability scan and remediation cycle, analyzing suspicious outbound traffic, or executing a containment and recovery plan. These focused sessions help you move beyond passive experimentation and begin treating your lab like a real environment where outcomes matter. Over time, these routines build operational discipline and prepare you for the kind of task-based questions you'll see on the exam. Make use of the many ready-made scenarios available online. Capture the lag challenges, downloadable vulnerable VMs, and scenario-based exercises from trusted cybersecurity training websites give you instant access to realistic threats and environments. Many of these challenges are designed to simulate exam-style questions and help you sharpen your analytical skills. They also offer practical reinforcement of the topics you're studying and are great for self-assessment and progress tracking. Lab practice should become a consistent habit, not an occasional activity. Short, daily sessions can be more productive than long, infrequent marathons. Repetition builds muscle memory, and consistent usage deepens your understanding of tool output, system behavior, and data patterns. Even 30-minute focus sessions each day can dramatically increase your familiarity with key exam tools like Nmap, Wireshark, or your SIEM platform. Over time, you'll develop the comfort and speed needed for both exam success and real-world readiness. Once you've built a rhythm, begin incorporating basic scripting into your lab tasks. Using Python, Bash, or PowerShell to automate repetitive actions like log parsing, user account auditing, or vulnerability checks adds valuable depth to your learning. These scripting skills are relevant to the exam and are increasingly expected in real-world roles. Plus, they'll help you understand automation workflows and can turn you into a more efficient analyst long-term. Think of your lab as a personal research sandbox. This is your space to test new cybersecurity tools, evaluate unknown utilities, and explore methodologies that go beyond the textbook. There's no better way to develop intuition than through exploration. The freedom to experiment without fear of damaging a production environment can spark creativity, reinforce learning, and push your understanding to new levels. Use your lab to ask questions, make mistakes, and follow your curiosity. Most importantly, try to align your lab with real-world job scenarios. If you're planning to work in a SOC, replicate SIEM environments, packet capture workflows, and alert investigation paths. If you're interested in vulnerability management, build processes around scanning, assessment, and patch verification. The closer your lab mirrors the environments and problems faced by actual security teams, the more relevant your practice becomes, not just for the exam, but for your future career. To summarize, building your own cybersecurity lab environment is one of the most powerful steps you can take on your CySA Plus journey. It transforms passive study into active learning, builds your confidence with real tools, and reinforces concepts through direct experience. By consistently engaging with your lab, keeping it updated, and simulating real-world tasks, you'll be far more prepared when it's time to sit for the exam, and even more prepared when it's time to start or advance your cybersecurity career. Stay tuned for our next Prepcast episode as we continue equipping you with everything you need to pass the CySA Plus exam. Thanks for listening. To learn more about cybersecurity, please visit baremetalcyber.com. There you will find best-selling books, videos, and even more free cybersecurity training courses. Please subscribe to the Prepcast and our various podcasts. And thanks for listening.